A backyard in Soweto, South Africa's largest township. Twin brothers Marvin and Eagle come here every day to get Nyaope. It's a form of low-grade heroin, cut with other substances, and it's far cheaper than purer forms of the drug. It's sold widely across South Africa. There's little fear of prosecution.
Police, you are dealing with them. They want money. Their salaries are small. So they take the stuff from police station or to other dealers. They bring it here. I give them money when the stuff is right. So other police, they are criminals also.
According to a recent study, poor policing is behind the growing heroin crisis in South Africa. Of their €4 daily income as car guards, Marvin and Eagle spend half on Nyaope. The one who takes the first hit draws blood into the syringe. He then injects this into his brother's vein. This dangerous practice is called Bluetoothing. It saves money but transmits deadly diseases. The twins hope to be able to get clean one day.
He damages us inside our veins. I want to leave Nyaope, my friend. I'm tired of Nyaope because Nyaope is dangerous.
North of Pretoria, the organization Aga Sechaba encourages drug users to never give up hope. Founder Moses Lesloslo was an addict and dealer himself. It all changed when he was caught with 60 kilograms of marijuana at a London airport in 2006. After spending 4 years in jail, he returned to South Africa and decided to help other addicts turn their lives around.
I feel like a winner already. Yeah, to the new life.
Lesloslo's strategy for reaching out to fellow addicts is simple.
So, listening to them, making them feel that someone wants to listen to me, Because of those young boys and girls, they are victims of circumstances.
Back with the two brothers, Eagle takes the first hit. Then he injects his intoxicated blood into Marvin. Marvin stayed clean for 6 weeks at the beginning of the year. But after watching Eagle get high every day, he started taking drugs again. But soon the brothers want to stay off drugs together before it's too late.
My first guest today is Sean Shelley. He is the founder of the South Africa Drug Policy Week. It's an awareness program. Welcome to DW Africa, Sean. So how widespread is the problem of heroin and Nyaope use in South Africa?
Well, we don't actually know, but it's certainly increasing. We haven't got accurate figures. There's no data that one can rely on. But we know that it is certainly increasing and that there's an abundance of supply, and we're picking up more and more issues around the use of heroin in South Africa.
Right, Sean, certainly as we've seen it from the protagonist in our report, law enforcement isn't helping.
Absolutely not. We've got a lot of problems with the whole way that drugs are managed, and we deal with the use of drugs within communities. And law enforcement eventually become part of the problem, becoming just another de facto gang in the situation, where bribery and corruption is the sort of standard. In fact, in parts of South Africa, law enforcement call drug users ATMs or automatic teller machines.
Wow. And what effect is this having on South African communities, the communities affected by this heroin and Nyaope use?
Well, the issue is that the communities as such are disintegrating. We're finding more and more problems in communities, and that's driving the heroin use often, which makes people more marginalized and feel more excluded, and that's creating even more of a problem again. The real issue is what is making heroin so attractive to people, and what is it that they're finding in it that they're not getting in their community. So I think the case is that there were already problems in the community, and these are just exacerbated by the availability of a drug, which makes things seem all right and intolerable circumstances tolerable.
You sort of alluded to it, Sean, but my next question to you was really going to be, why now? Why are we being told that right now heroin use is shooting up in South Africa? Why is it so rampant now?
Yeah, you've got a confluence of factors. First of all, we've obviously got more porous borders. There's more trade taking place. We've got more illicit products coming out of Africa in general, products, that kind of thing. And often that is paid for with drugs because it's easier to move them than cash often. And we've got these porous borders. Plus, we've got a community that are feeling disenfranchised, uninvolved, and unconnected. And that together creates a kind of perfect storm for the undue importance of drugs in people's lives. So I think that that's really come together, and with increasing urbanization, we're seeing the rise of drug use because it provides meaning and purpose in people's lives. It might not look like it from the outside, but when they're lacking meaning and purpose in day-to-day activities, they're going to look for it elsewhere.
Sean, quickly here, what can the South African government do?
Well, I think the first thing they've got to do is look at an alternative approach to drugs. And we know that putting people in jail for drug use is not helping. It drives the situation. It becomes the perfect recruiting ground for gangsters and means economic exclusion going forward in the formal economy. So we've really got to find a different way of approaching it. We've got to have more prevention programs which start at school level. And that does not mean say no to drugs. Prevention programs don't even involve talking about drugs. They involve building stronger and better communities.
All right. Sean Shelley. Thank you.